everybody, and welcome back to my channel. What today's video is going to be about is making a compost tea. The way I do it anyway. I utilize rainwater, I utilize aquaponics, and I utilize dry amendments. And definitely molasses, of course. So I'll show you step by step. First things first, you grab a hefty 7-gallon bucket. I have 5 plants each in 5-gallon pots, so they will each be getting about maybe more or less a gallon each, so 7-gallon bucket. Okay, first thing first I do is I come over to my fish tank. So yeah, I have a fish tank in my room. Pretty cool. So what I do is I have this little vacuum, right? So I feed the fish take a shit. I have snails here, they eat as well, and all of that waste matter falls into the gravel. And I vacuum it up, and that's the starting base I use for my compost tea. You usually put my foot up here. That's how I do it, you know what I mean? Probably gonna fast forward this in a minute. So, watch while I poop fish crap into a bucket. Okay, so as you just saw, my vacuum thing is not working right now. It's been working for years, and today's the day. It decided, I think I need to seal these maybe with super glue. Just over the 2 years it's gotten loose. So normally I would use that's full of nitrogen and just micronutrients that's great for your plants. Unfortunately, I can't use it right now, and I really need either way to make this compost tea because my plants need it. So moving to the next step is I use rainwater. I don't use tap water because the high chlorine, you have to wait 24 to 48 hours just leaving it out, the chlorine to evaporate. Our water is extremely alkaline. I'll go over a video about pH and deciding what water would be, best for you. Distilled. It all depends on your growing methods as well. Me, I use a living organic soil, so I use rainwater. I check the pH of the rainwater. The rainwater is about 6.8 here. And again, we'll do a whole video on that. I more want to focus on the compost tea. So normally I will drain this maybe about a gallon. So this is an 8-gallon tank. I would drain it from the bottom and put a gallon in here. Unfortunately, I can't do that right now. So if you can follow me outside, I'll show you. There we go. This is my patio. This is what I collect my rainwater in. Here. I would check the local laws to make sure that that's all legal and stuff in your area. First, I'm going to wash the bucket out a little bit. Oh, no one's down there. And I'm just going to fill it up. This was much easier. So, we're going to leave this. Actually, we'll bring it inside. All right. So, we filled up our bucket with rainwater. Again, I'll explain in another video why I like using rainwater. Normally, we would have had a gallon worth of nitrate full fish droppings for it, but unfortunately couldn't do it. So what you want to do now, any type of cheesecloth, you know, they have compost tea bags that they sell on like Amazon or Build a Soil, stuff like that. So, grab one. I use Build a Soil Nutrient Craft Blend. It's just what I use. It's so there's something called an NPK value. It's nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus, and it's the three main nutrients that plants need. This generally, I think on the website it was something like 432 or 422, something like that. But I use this worm castings, so I wrote down exactly what the amounts I use. You know, always good to write stuff down. So I use normally about 1.25 cups for your nutrients. So you've shown, I'll put that in right now. 2 cups of worm castings. I'll probably put a little extra, and about 1/2 cup, a little more of molasses. So here we go. And this will probably just be all like fast forwarding stuff. Look at that. Alright, now we're back from that little fast forwarding thing. Made a little mess, but it doesn't hurt to vacuum. Always put something down first, and you always want to wear a mask, as nutrient blends they go up in the air. You always want to protect yourself from breathing that stuff in. You know, I didn't do that. No, I did not. So, what we're going to do is put the tea bag directly in to the water. Now, the most important part is your blackstrap molasses. Now, what we're doing with the compost tea, the nutrients is to feed the bacteria in the soil. The soil breaks it down, the bacteria breaks it down into nutrients that the plant can uptake and then use. So basically we're feeding the soil, we're getting this establishes fungal growth in your soil, bacterial growth, and those are essential to a vital organic ecosystem in whatever grow that you're doing, you know, whatever garden or whatever you happen to be growing. So, which is the most important ingredient, blackstrap molasses. You can use any type of molasses, but unsulfured is what you want to use, because the sulfured is kills bacteria and the fungal growth, and that's the opposite of what we're trying to do here. What we're trying to do here is establish a healthy microbiome of bacteria, fungus, and give them nutrients to eat and break down and feed our plants in the soil. So that's what we're doing here. So the measurements, about 7 gallons. I would use about 1/2 cup. Again, I usually go a little bit more than that. And what you want to do before you put it, see, I shouldn't have done it like this. What I should have done is measure it out, then you mix it up with hot water, and that dissolves in, and then you put it into your tea. I'm not gonna do that just because, you know, I'm making a YouTube video. I'll just mix it in extra and we can fast forward. So I'm about to do that right now.
That's the point, it's fast forward. Yeah, that's supposed to look professional. You're saying look. Sure. Oh, you're gonna get I'm zooming so something.
Okay, so I just mixed in the blackstrap molasses. The tea bag is in there. You want to make sure your hands are clean before you stick your hands in there, you know. It's just easier to get in there with the molasses, not mixed in with hot water first. And aerations, aquarium stones. So what these are, normally they're used for aquariums to provide oxygen to the water to the fish, but you can use them to pump air into this over a 24-hour period and grow the microbiome that you're trying to grow. You know, the molasses is the catalyst, they eat the nutrients, all for the plants. We're gonna feed the plants tomorrow. Now what's cool about this is the longer that you keep your air stones in, the longer it would be more towards the bacterial side. So I like doing a short brew, they call it. It's going to be 24 hours. The shorter the brew, you always want to do at least 24 hours. But the shorter the brew, the more fungal growth that you're doing. So from 24 hours, it's the most fungal growth. And then from there, it becomes more bacterial as people like doing 48-hour teas, even 72-hour teas. Well, I just like doing a 24-hour, you know, to each their own, I guess. So, I'll just set up these air stones. Probably gonna fast forward it for you guys. I forgot to show you guys before, but with my teas, I always put a little piece of aloe in. You take up, I might as well just show you guys. Take off the tip, and there's this juice. Yeah, that's great for your plants, it's great for you. You can use it, rub it on burns or anything like that. An aloe plant is so great to have around. I'll do a video on aloe plants too. Anyway, back to my tea. Alright, done setting up the air stones. What they don't tell you is you gotta cut the tube in half if you get a dual port. And it's kind of hard to get these on. I had to stretch them out with a pen. They were too small. So what you want to do is always put the air pump motor above where you're making your tea, and you point things out. You put those blue things, you'll see if you ever get one, that it comes with this tubing that you gotta cut in half. Then you put these, can you see them? These blue things, it's not really focusing. These blue things at the tip, and these are called air stones. So you want to put one on one side of the bucket, and one on the other. And I'll turn this on for 24 hours, and then I'll feed it to my plants. And that's how I make a compost tea. I'm a little upset I couldn't use the Aquaponics. I really like that ingredient. It adds a nice amount of nitrogen. But as my videos become more professional and I'll get more things, and I'll show you more things I do. Alright, bye.